The American Akita, a large, elegant and affectionate dog. The American Akita is a so-called primitive Spitz-type dog, that is to say, from a very old line with a more marked and more developed instinct than other non-primitive breeds. He is a large dog that is elegant, affectionate and docile, as well as being a good guard dog. The American Akita is a faithful, very sporty, powerful and intelligent companion. Height: 61 cm to 71 cm. Weight: 45 kg to 60 kg. Hair: short. Color: all. Life expectancy: 11 years. Gestation period: 63 days. Description and characteristics of the American Akita. The American Akita is a large dog with a strong, sturdy, heavy-boned body. His coat is short and harsh with a thick, soft undercoat. We recognize the American Akita thanks to its small triangle-shaped ears with rounded ends, well erected on its head, and its thick muzzle. But it is above all its tail that is recognizable. It is covered with thick hair and is carried high on its back, rolled up in a loop. Origin of the American Akita. Contrary to what its name may suggest, the American Akita originates from Japan, and, more precisely, from the province of Akita in the north of the country, like its cousin the Akita Inu. Until dog fighting was banned in the early 20th century, the American Akita was used for these games. This dog comes from the cross between Japanese Akitas and German Shepherds and was imported to the United States in the middle of the 20th century, where it was officially recognized in 1956, then in 1999 at the international level. Character and behavior of the American Akita. Who is it for? The American Akita has a well-marked character, but despite this, it is rather docile and obedient. He is a very brave and affectionate dog who will do anything to protect his master. Be careful, however, with very young children. The American Akita can have dangerous behavior with them because of the gestures not always controlled by these little children and which can disturb the dog. He can also be jealous of other dogs of the same sex as him. In general, the American Akita is very suspicious of people outside its family. How to take care of your American Akita, its needs. The maintenance of the American Akita is quite simple: 1 brushing per week. Except during the molting period, twice a year, when it loses a lot of hair. During this period, it is advisable to brush it 2 to 3 times a week. The American Akita needs a lot of physical exercise, but also solicitation. His master must offer him long walks every day, embellished with sports exercises. He is a dog who appreciates more living in a house with a garden even if he likes to be indoors with his family. The American Akita can't stand loneliness. Feeding the American Akita. The American Akita's diet, whether homemade or in the form of kibble, must be perfectly adapted and balanced. In particular, it should be suitable for large dogs to avoid joint diseases in particular, but it should also help to keep their coat in good condition. The health of the American Akita. The American Akita has good overall health. However, it is predisposed to certain bacterial infections of the skin such as pemphigus or pyoderma. Like all large dogs, the American Akita can also suffer from hip dysplasia and stomach-turning syndrome. On the other hand, it is very resistant to cold. Price of an American Akita puppy. The price of an American Akita puppy will depend on the sex, the pedigree of the parents, the conformity to the standards of the breed, etc. Price of an American Akita male: €1,200 to €2,200. Price of a female American Akita: €1,250 to €2,200.